What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? We are back up here inside the Storyline Podcast with my man Bronx Legend. Got my man Antonio in here, and I am Dutch the Creator. We are your hosts for tonight's review of the 2024 Summerslam, baby. And if you guys are just coming in here, please make sure that you tap that like button. Tap the like button. We're a small channel. It helps the channel get shared across YouTube. Now, fellas, we got to talk about that man in the middle, and we're not talking about
Mm,
Bronx Legend. Talk- the
that
tribal
I had
chief,
tribal chief.
the
the
original.
original tribal
We
chief.
gotta put that in there.
Mhm.
The original tribal chief who
OTC.
Has
made
hashtag OTC.
Hmm.
OTC, baby. He has made his triumphant return to WWE since losing his also great belt, those two belts in the back of Bronx Legend there, combined into one belt to Cody Rhodes. And, it was speculation that he was going to show up tonight, but, his father just passed away, and we didn't know if he was going to, take a longer hiatus. But he came through. They gave us a hell of a match too, man. Before he came out, Randy
Yeah.
Orton came out, KO came out. We see
Oh,
Arn Anderson in the back.
Arn
I
Anderson.
mean, he
Mm.
and Cody putting on that crazy ass looking mask that he shouldn't wear ever again. Looking like my daughter said, it looked like the Skeletor man from He Man. But that's my only critique. But at the end of the day, I want to get you guys' opinion on this, and plus, I want to get you guys' opinion in the comment section. Greetings, my man, Relevator. I mean, there you go, there you go. Greetings to you, greetings to you. That's my man right there. Bronx Legend, I'm going to start with you, man. Since you got the tribal chief, the original tribal chief in the back of you, man. Give me your feelings, give me your thoughts, give me everything you heard when you, I mean, felt when you heard that do.
You know, jumping out my seat wasn't enough, but
Okay.
yeah, yeah, screaming at the top of my lungs. Yeah, like it. I kind of, because you talked about it, you said that it was a possibility, and I just
Mhm.
wasn't. I was like, nah, it's too soon. But
Too
when that
soon.
music hit, I was like, now they're gonna play the music just to throw Solo off and
Mm.
Cody to get pinned, and Roman Reigns is messing with him from a distance, or are we
Mm,
really gonna see the tribal chief come out here and do his thing?
mm,
No, we
Yeah.
did. Like you were talking earlier about how he slowly walked down there, like
mhm.
he do to handle business,
Methodical.
methodical.
Hmm.
Loved it. Every moment of it. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Antonio, what was your thoughts? Did you think he was going to come back? And then when you heard that music, what went through your head?
Well, in the words of Boosie's little daughter, I told you niggas. I told you niggas. You know, if Roman hadn't came back tonight, I mean, it was going to be hell up in Cleveland Brown Stadium
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
because everything was basically laid out so perfect for him to return. All, especially once it was announced that the match was a Bloodline Rules match. It's
I
like,
knew
oh,
that.
okay, well, I
Yeah.
mean, we had to expect, not only Roman, but hell, it could have been any member of the Samoan family pop up
Mhm,
tonight.
mhm.
But to see that it was Roman and only Roman
That's what
who
I was
showed
saying.
up,
Next.
you know what I'm saying? And like I said, basically not to help Cody,
Right,
but to
right.
beat Solo. Let's
Mm.
get let's get that out there, up front. Roman returned to put Solo in his place, not
Hmm.
to help Cody. You know what I'm saying? Just like Bron Lesnar said, his aura, of coming out there. I mean, you think about it, everybody else ran down.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Roman took his sweet ass as usual,
And
y'all on my time,
the
time.
last couple of steps, that's when he was
Mhm.
Hmm.
game
Yeah,
time, baby.
Right.
yeah. He was like, okay, okay, okay. I see it coming up. Let me go ahead and get my rush on, and get this Superman punch ready.
Right,
So,
right.
um, I will say this though. I hope that Jacob Fatu is all right. Because the way
Yeah.
he looked after he landed that splash and the
Mhm.
way he was favoring his I don't know if it was his knee or his leg or whatever, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
I think
Slim, it kind of looked legit how he was, favoring it to the point where
Mhm.
he couldn't even stand up, literally. So yeah, but
yeah,
Cody, I mean, the match went how it should have. Cody went through hell and back. He Cody's up at the end, and
I want to say
yeah.
I want to speak on that real quick.
Hmm.
Now, I enjoyed the match, but I'm sorry, man. I gotta give criticism where criticism is due. The
Mm.
thing is, and WWE can really dig themselves a hole with this, and I'm gonna see if you guys agree with me.
Okay.
Cody Rhodes went through so much shit in this match where they make him like Superman. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It comes a point in time where when I'm looking at this art form, I don't want to get reminded that I'm looking at a simulation. You see what I'm saying? They want us to suspend our disbelief. So when we're in a Deadpool movie, us and Deadpool has an understanding that he's going to talk to us directly. So I don't
Hmm.
mind that. But if I'm watching a serious ass Logan movie and Logan just turns to the camera and be like, "Watch this," it
Right.
takes me out of the
Hmm.
movie.
Yeah.
This man got jumped. This man got, I mean, he got fucked up in this match, and then hit like crashed on my man's leg is messed up, and but he
Hmm.
put all his weight this through a table, man, and he kicks out. The whole thing is like, okay, are we just gonna have him just keep kicking out and keep kicking out and keep kicking out to get to the end? Or are you gonna craft it a little better to where it's a little bit more believable? Because I'm sitting here and my oldest daughter was looking at it and she was like, man, he's just gonna keep kicking out. And she don't watch wrestling. So the
Hmm.
thing is, when a person who don't watch it picks up on it, they're doing a bad job at it. So my question to you guys is, do you think they do that too much with Cody Rhodes where he's just Superman and we're just gonna keep having him kick out just to get to the end result and the praise and all of that? It's like it's too much to where it's like, what are we doing here? Like Solo, he got hit with some shit, but they fucked Cody up tonight.
Yeah.
Bronx
Yeah.
Lesnar, what do you think about this whole idea?
I've always had the feeling, or yeah, the feeling of Cody being too white hot.
Yeah,
And when you're too white hot, now you're on the status of not
Hulk Hogan.
Iron Man, but you're Captain America. You
Mm.
like, this is apple pie America. Like, you can't do no wrong. So they feed off of that and make him to be, this, larger than life. You can't, beat him. He's just, never going to give up, and that's how they drag it. But I don't know. There's something missing within his title run,
I agree.
and it's I like him.
Yeah.
I do, but it's something. Maybe it's something he hadn't found yet. I don't know, but once he got the title, it was like, okay, like, we got here, we
Okay.
finished the story, and after that,
Hmm.
it's like, okay, he had a couple good matches here and there. AJ Styles, okay, but after the entrance and the pyros go off, I'm like, mm,
And you know me, bro. He's my favorite guy.
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
he's still my favorite guy. So if it's coming from me, you gotta tighten up something, man.
Yeah.
Antonio, what you got to say on that topic?
I kind of feel the same way in a
Mm-hmm.
sense. We always say when it comes to uh, professional wrestling and sports entertainment,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you need to suspend the disbelief.
Mm-hmm.
You know, uh, now granted, like you said, you bring it when you see things like this going on with Cody and his title run so far. You know, you it, he hasn't really had a feud
Mm.
that's been top tier that's been outside of anything dealing with the bloodline.
Dealing
The
with the
only feud
bloodline.
the only feud he had that was top tier since he's come back was, other than the bloodline, was Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar.
Mm. Ooh,
Mm.
damn. Oh, you
If you
taking
think about
that back?
Yeah, yeah. So those are really the only two, feuds, really like real
That is
feuds
true.
that we've been invested in, that you can say, okay, well, Cody maybe, or he can't overcome this. The
Mm.
Seth one, that was basically built on storyline from years ago.
And hold on,
And
hold on. I see people coming in. Please make sure y'all tap that like button. We talking
mhm,
SummerSlam 2024. Roman Reigns coming back. Gunther, new champion. We talking about it all tonight. Please make sure that you tap that like button. It helps share the video. Matter of fact,
yeah,
you probably seen the video from somebody liking it, so pay it forward. Go ahead, Antonio.
no problem. Yeah, like I'm saying, it's just, the feud with Seth was basically built on stuff from years ago, obviously with his days in AEW. I guess kind of speaking down on WWE, and Seth having to be the, I guess, the Captain Saver, for the brand. But with Brock, it was just basically, you know, we're gonna really put this guy to the test. Is he
Hmm.
really built for this? You know what I'm saying? Not just, okay, yeah, you lose. Everybody and their mama thought you was going to win it. You lose. You sit in the middle of the ring, rubber chicken, and all that. But then putting them through the ringer with Brock, even the point where Brock giving him the cosign, which
Right.
nobody thought about or knew was going to happen, that says something. So now he went through everything. You had basically end game at WrestleMania 40,
Hmm.
and now that he's got the belt, it's like, okay, we're sitting back and it seems like we're waiting for something, but
And you
for
know what we
some
waiting
reason,
for. We know what
what?
we waiting for.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, him and Orton's going to happen before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, yeah. It's got to happen before the end of the year. It's got to. But for some reason, it's just, I don't know why they want to just keep the Cody and Bloodline thing so intertwined right now. But I hope this is the start of it veering away from him,
Okay.
because now, you got basically the Civil War that's going to start.
Mm,
hmm
So now we can, Cody is basically, free to go on to something else. And
right.
it's like, okay, now you really got to show us. You really got to show us what you really can do with a white hot storyline, to where you can literally, legitimately sit up here and say, "Damn, I don't know if Cody's going to win this shit."
So
Be-
we thinking Randy has to be next. Next 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 Friday.
mhm.
Randy, they have to set this up. Because if they go anywhere else with this, I'm it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, I don't see anybody legit on the roster that we could literally sit up there, that we could legitimately sit up there and say, okay, this is the guy that should be challenging Cody next.
Hmm.
If it's not the only other person I could say, if it's not Randy, is KO.
It's KO.
Yeah.
That's the only other person I could say, legitimately could be challenging Cody and going into a storyline with him if it's not Randy.
Okay.
But
Oh,
you know, but unfortunately, I'll pose this question to you too:
go ahead.
did Cody just fall to number two tonight?
Ooh. I'm gonna let Bronx
Mm. Mm-hmm.
start his because I
Because
have something to say.
we heard that pop.
Yes, we did.
Let me tell
So
you
this
something.
is even with the title, is
What,
Cody
what,
number two now.
what you got, Bronx?
Let me tell you something. This picture's on my wall for a reason.
And he kept it up there. He
I
ain't
kept
take
you
it
damn
down.
right. I kept
He
it up
did
there. He
not
ain't going
take it
nowhere.
down.
He is tribal chief, but he was always number one in my eyes.
Mm,
In
Mm,
okay.
this era, he's number one.
Okay.
right.
That's just like if you go to the rap era now, it's Kendrick, it's Cole. We ain't gonna say Drake. We're gonna leave that out. But
He not
those
like
are
us. He
your
not
one and
like
two.
us.
Those are one and two. So
Um, I I tonight as I was looking at Cody, while Roman Reigns was out there, I
Mm-hmm.
said to myself, I said, "Whew, the number one guy is back."
Mm-hmm.
That's just that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that man is
Yeah.
that man with or without that belt.
Yeah.
He paid some hell of a dues to get to that moment. He looks so confident. I mean, the way that man walked out with that methodical look on his face. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the man. Because remember, okay, let's take it back a couple of months, right? Remember when The Rock showed up
Mm-hmm.
and just made my man look so small. I mean, I'm talking about physically small. The guy looked
Mm-hmm.
like my size, right? And I think around right before WrestleMania, he got it back a little bit. You know what I mean? Like he really
Right.
got it back. And then when he came out at WrestleMania, the man was jacked. I was like, yeah, he been doing push-ups and sit
mhm.
up all morning long.
Mm-hmm.
So he has that mystique back. Now, if and it's always that one return, that babyface return that
Mm-hmm.
puts the person over, right? So
Right.
if Rock comes back, he will now be the Rock's equal. I wouldn't look at him as being this small character to the Rock anymore. So to answer
Yeah.
your question, yes, Roman Reigns is number one.
Mm-hmm.
Cody is
Yeah.
second. Cody is second.
Yeah.
Um, Now, where do you think we go from here with this civil war? Now, do he recruit old members or do we bring in a whole new batch of Samoans? Because you got them. They just there. They're born
Yeah.
every day. Like these guys, Samoans are just everywhere, bruh. So
Yeah.
Antonio, do he bring back Jimmy Jay? They saying Sami Zayn. That's why he went on and gave up that belt so he can be opened up for this. What's going on?
Uh, I will say Jimmy definitely
Definitely.
because Jimmy was the first one to get kicked out. When Solo, became the tribal chief or the head, it was basically him kicking Jimmy out because he lost at WrestleMania.
Right.
Kicking him out by introducing Tamatonga.
Right.
So he's got to be the first to come back with Roman.
Hmm.
Um, I'm curious to see, you know, how they could possibly work Jay and Sammy maybe into the storyline. I would say
Hmm.
more Jay than Sammy, only
Okay.
because that would be another huge pop for the Usos coming back together.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then obviously having them, be the tag team for the OG bloodline to fight God in the new in Bloodline 2.0, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's it's tough because obviously with Jay and Sammy being on Raw and it's all going down on SmackDown,
Right.
something's going to have to bleed over into one of the shows, whether it be Jay and Sammy come to SmackDown or vice versa.
Okay.
I thought that something might have started at Money in the Bank,
Me too.
being with that Jay was in the Money in the Bank match, and I was thinking, hopefully, maybe the Bloodline would have caused Jay,
That was
a
good.
shot at the contract. That would
Right.
have been the easiest way for him to get pulled back into it, because then now he's got a legit beef with him. You cost me the Money in the Bank, so now I got issues with you. But
Right.
I'm gonna wait until my brother and my cousin come back so we can, also we can link up again. Now I've been hearing rumors too that Tamatanga and Tongaloa's youngest brother
Zilla.
has gotten son. No, no,
Zilla.
Hikaleo,
Hikaleo, I heard of him.
the one, yeah, he's the youngest brother of Tamatanga and Tongaloa. He was with them in New Japan over the last couple of years. Now that's a
These
big boy,
these
about
motherfuckers.
about 6'8", 6'9".
Because you got the
Yes, sir.
Tongans and then you got the Samoans and all of them
Exactly.
Polynesian. So it's
Yep.
like, Bronx, what you got? What you got? Where you see this going, my brother?
Well, Jimmy is definitely coming in because
Mm,
Hmm.
they took him out. So
Yeah.
mm,
he ain't even got to worry about asking Jimmy to be on his side. How do you get
Hmm.
Jay back over into this very toxic family situation to where he
Hmm.
okay.
wanted to escape in the first place? It's so much meat in his story and it's so
Mm,
much
Hmm.
story to tell that
Yep.
I would love to see how they're going to play that out.
mm,
You mentioned Zilla. Zilla is a possibility to be new blood that joins them.
mm,
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I don't want to see Sammy come back over. This ain't got nothing to do with Sammy. This is between the blood. So
that's
I
Yeah.
true.
think he needs to
That's
stay
true.
where he at.
That's
You know,
Yeah.
true.
take some
That's
Yeah.
true.
time.
I feel the same way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, we're gonna move on, baby. I hope y'all like the first 22 minutes. We gave y'all 22 minutes of what you came here for, well, on that thumbnail.
right.
But we
Hmm.
probably sprinkle it in throughout the rest of the show. But let's start off with the first match, man. Rhea Ripley versus Liv
Mm,
Morgan.
mm,
Dominique
mm,
Mysterio. I'm sorry, bro. Like I'm gonna call it. I know we have some bomb ass heels, and I don't
mm.
want to disrespect any heels of the past. Dominique Mysterio is going to go in the books
Yeah,
as
Mm.
yeah.
he fucks over
Yeah.
everybody he loves. Like
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I'm gonna start with Bronx. What do you think of the match, man? Was it was it pretty much played out pretty good?
You know what? I thought Rhea Ripley really popped her shit out the socket for a minute because it had the damn.
I think she know how to
Hmm.
do it though. I
She's
think she
is she double
knows
Hmm.
how to
jointed?
do it.
Is that what it
Yeah,
is? She's probably
she's
double jointed.
double
Okay.
joint. She double
Yeah.
jointed because they would have
Yeah.
stopped that match. They
Yeah,
would have
Hmm.
stopped that match.
yeah. She
Yeah.
was like, "It's out, it's out," and I was like, "Oh, no, they playing." But when I seen, it, I said,
Hmm.
"Oh shit, it is out."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my uncle was here, right? And he
Mm,
don't watch wrestling like that. So he's
okay.
looking and trying to see what's going on. He's like, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen now. She gonna put shit back in, she gonna pin the girl, it's gonna be over. I say, nah. Don
Ain't
Hmm.
about to
old
fuck up
school.
again.
Ain't old school, huh?
Yeah, I
Hmm.
said, you're not. That's not what's about to happen. I said, Don about to fuck up. So
Yeah.
she grabbed that chair, he grabbed it. I said, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then when he put it in and slid it in the ring, I didn't know what was going to happen, but I forgot that she could hit her move that way.
Yeah.
I thought
Hmm.
she was probably going to pick it up or finish or something. When that happened, I said, "Oh." So I thought they might leave it like that
Hmm.
and say he fucked up, and they'll talk about it Monday. But Dom said, "Nah, we laying it on thick.
Yeah.
We gonna finish this." He put the
Yeah.
nail in the coffin, and he put the nail in her heart. 'Cause,
Hmm.
Let me tell you something.
Right when she was taking him back, like right when
Yeah,
she got back
Yeah.
good with him.
licked his face and everything, yo.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah,
I know, Buddy Matthews. I know he pretty happy this shit is
yeah,
over.
yeah. He said, "End this shit
Hey,
now."
hey, buddy put on somebody showed something. I don't know if it was his real account, but somebody was like, hey, somebody said, buddy said, TK, can I go and help mommy now?
Hey, yo,
It's like,
um,
hey,
I know.
Antonio, what you think about that whole, ending sequence and
uh,
setting it up?
I mean, I honestly loved it because it, on top of it actually going down, the commentators helped it out a lot too
Yeah.
because they brought it back from when, you know, Liv actually got the title.
Yeah.
That, that Dominic, made a mistake, quote, air quotes,
Yeah.
Hmm.
when he, when he mistakenly helped Liv win the title from Becky Lynch by sliding the chair in.
I want to ask you a question and you can answer too, Bronx.
Mm.
When did you think this whole ruse started? Back when he did accidentally, quote unquote, accidentally had her win. Do you think it started from there or before there, or like in the last week or two?
I say it had to be, I say maybe a month or so.
Mm. When she started
Ma-
getting them all of that shit and like, and then won the tag team
The,
titles.
the hotel key card,
Hotel key. Okay.
that obviously is another storyline,
Yep.
Mm.
but we'll talk about that later.
We definitely gonna get
Um,
on that.
yeah, I mean, Dominic obviously is, young and impressionable. It's like,
Dominique out
you,
there knocking
hey,
them down.
you get me some of my favorite things. Hey, if I love chicken fingers and PlayStation like Dominic,
Yeah,
hey, baby girl, you ain't gotta say nothing.
And
Hey,
then
I'm yours.
when they hook up your boys too, it's like,
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
damn,
yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Look,
Chicken fingers, PlayStation, and you got my boys the titles. Shit.
and
Shit.
look,
Hey,
he
you ain't
Man,
gotta
told
say nothing else.
and told him, he said, "You need somebody that's not gonna make you call him mommy, but call you daddy."
oh
That was
yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
cherry on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he
okay.
probably like, damn,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah,
I don't get
See,
this.
Dom was used to being submissive in the relationship.
Uh-huh.
Now
hmm,
he
He got
got
a
the
taste of
submissive.
that. He got a taste of that
Exactly.
masculinity. He got a taste of
Mm-hmm.
that being
Mm-hmm.
dominant. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying?
but you
Yeah.
know else what Rhea told him? He was like, he said, "You're my mommy," and she said, "No, I'm not yours. You're mine."
Nine.
And that probably
Mm.
was like, hmm, like I maybe I want
So
something different because that.
so the crazy thing about it is, and this is why I love wrestling and the psychology of it. Let's take Drew McIntyre for a hot second.
Mm.
Drew, everything he was saying has been true. He's been getting fucked over, but he's the heel. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, wow, he actually has a point on everything he's saying
Mm-hmm.
since Punk came back. So in
But don't
Dom's
forget, he
case,
was the cause of it.
he
He
was the
was the initial
cause.
cause of it.
He
Mm,
was, but yeah, he did some savage shit. He
yeah,
did.
Let's not,
Yeah,
hey, let's
he
not
was like
forget the
this
man
over my
prayed.
man grave and shit.
The man prayed on his injury, bruh. He prayed on his injury, and it happened.
I guess
yeah.
that's what makes them the heel.
Mm-hmm.
Because okay, because I was gonna say Dom, in actuality, he's been Stockholm syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
he has been a victim from the beginning, and
Yeah.
he got kidnapped. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Yeah. He
in
he basically got
actuality,
told.
Mm,
yeah,
He
in
he got he got
actuality,
he got told he was going to be in the Judgment Day.
exactly.
yeah.
So like I said, I think Dom is gonna be one of those, man. Like he got years and years and
Oh
years
yeah.
of straight up, man. And like with the Miz, you should not turn that man babyface. I don't like Miz babyface. I used to not like Rollins as a babyface, but it grew on
Mm.
me. But never, never, ever, ever turn Dominique. And I know it's gonna be real enticing to do, but don't do it. I want him to be Eddie all the way.
Mm.
Like lie, cheat, steal, do be self.
Oh,
Yeah, look. The thing is, self-preservation is our probably last thing as human beings that we always fall on. He goes
Right.
there first. Like that's his whole process.
you know,
So you know,
he lied, he cheated,
and
and
he
he
stole.
helped steal
Hmm.
the
Yeah.
night. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
shout out to that match and yeah, Rhea Ripley, the way she know how to do that with her arm and everything.
Hmm.
She got new
Yeah.
tattoos on her stomach, right? Those new, right?
Nah, I always had them.
As
Oh
many
man.
tattoos as she has, it's hard to tell which ones is new.
Or she always
Because
have her stomach covered up because I never really
it,
seen them Jones.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. It depends on her ring gear. Sometimes her tats are easier to see than others. Sometimes, depending on her ring gear.
And
You
that
know what I'm saying?
ass. And that
Beautiful ring
ass.
gear it
And
is.
that
Mm.
hey I swear, I don't know if it's for YouTube, but she got tats. She got tats like in her like
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like in her
right above. Yeah, and
yeah,
other,
like I'm
yeah.
like to get that they gotta spread them juice. Like she is a freak or something.
No, she got
Oh
piercings everywhere.
Hmm.
God, yeah. Because I'm
Hmm.
looking, I'm like, whoa, is that tights or no? That's
Yes,
I wonder what it is though. Like, it's just,
yes.
Hmm.
I think she likes pain.
yeah, I see, I see, I
She
Yeah.
likes
see.
pain.
And she done the damn thing. All right,
Hmm.
what's the second match on there?
Uh,
Uh,
was that the Intercontinental? No,
yeah, I
that
think that was
Nah,
IC.
the IC
Yeah,
joint.
yeah, it was the
Okay,
IC title.
okay.
Yeah, Braun and
Um,
Sammy.
shout out to Braun Breaker. That guy, they turning him into the new Brock Lesnar.
Hmm.
Um, I'm happy for him. He comes from a great ass lineage. Um, dude,
His father and uncle was at the match.
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, they was. They
was
Yeah,
in
had,
they
the
was
house.
they
there.
had,
Was
they had.
him,
Yeah.
Nash,
Oh
X
yeah,
Pac.
Hmm.
they showed
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Uh,
they had them all. They had them all in the skybox.
Damn,
Scott,
I didn't even see that
uh,
shit.
hi- his father, his uncle, Nash was there. X Pac was there. Medusa was
Damn.
there. They had a bunch of them in the skybox there
I gotta
watching the
go.
pay per view.
I gotta go look at
PLE.
this shit.
Sorry.
DDP. He was in there.
Yeah, yeah.
DDP,
Diamond Dallas Page.
DDP.
Yep.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's tight.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. And I'm
Hmm.
glad they make it a long ass match. Just go ahead and
Oh
let him
yeah.
hit them ropes
Yep.
and get the
Hmm.
shit over with.
Yeah.
And I think Sammy probably welcomed this too. You know what I'm saying? Because Sammy's a vet.
Yeah.
Sammy,
Hmm.
he probably was like, look, get this little, and everybody says, dude is like he's the real deal. Like how when Brock Lesnar came in, the next best
Hmm.
thing, like dude is and man, the way he run them ropes and that
Yeah.
intensity, man, when he do that Frankensteiner, man,
Hmm.
come on, man. That
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
that that guy is gonna be something. Yeah, it ain't too much to say about that match. It is what it is.
It was
Yeah.
about
Um,
cut and dry as it could be.
Braun
Yeah.
Breaker and the belt looked good on him. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
got him holding that belt for a long ass time.
Yeah.
They knew to have a belt on him going into the Netflix era. So
Yes.
that's one of the guys that you wanna push. Being your top guys on the brand going over to Netflix next year. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's definitely the right
I'm
call for.
dying. I'm dying to see
Yeah.
this Netflix shit. I'm
Oh,
dying. Yeah.
I mean, we
Triple
got a
H
little bit. We
already.
got a little bit of it tonight when Pat McAfee after that first match when he called Dominic a piece of shit.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Triple H already
Hmm.
said like it's no holds bar. Like
Oh
we
yeah.
can do whatever the fuck we want to do.
Hmm.
Um,
Hey,
they probably show titties on that jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. Shit.
it won't be a hard out at 11 o'clock like you
Right.
need like it is
Right.
and stuff.
Like,
So
right.
yeah.
Yeah, they could just go. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No
Yeah.
more blacking of the TV when the titty do pop out. You know,
Mm-hmm.
let that shit ride, you know?
No,
Shit.
no more cutting the audio when the crowd is screaming "fuck you" to somebody.
Right.
And the promos
Yeah.
gonna be crazy. CM
Mm-hmm.
Punk is gonna kill that shit.
I
Yeah.
Um,
believe they're gonna print out a shirt that says "fuck you, Solo." That's their favorite chant.
Oh. Oh.
no bull.
Bruh.
What's that third match? Naya?
United States.
Oh, United States.
Oh yeah.
Let's go ahead and give it up to my man. When we first started this podcast last year
Mm,
around this time, and
yeah.
I was not on the LA Knight bandwagon. I was not. I thought this
Same
guy
here.
I
Yeah.
thought this guy was too much like The Rock and Stone Cold. He grew on me, and then he became a favorite of mine. And I
Mm,
say that because he his promos, man. Remember them promos he did in the like he
Mhm.
held it down like with Cena, he held it down and you know I was watching his press conference. He's super cocky now. I don't know if
Oh
y'all
yeah.
seen the press. That
yeah,
I
I
don't
saw it.
know what he was
Yeah.
feeling himself in that press
He
conference.
told that old man, "Where your tights at?" I thought we was gonna be. I thought I was see you in the ring. Where your tights
Hey,
at, old
bruh,
man? I talked to
I'm
you all
like,
last night,
damn.
didn't I?
But
Oh yeah.
But he deserved this, man. Man, almost like 45. I mean, look, the thing
Yeah.
is, he been working at this for 100 years,
Mhm.
and you know,
Mm,
I can attest to his story. You know, y'all knew me from doing YouTube. I'm on my 10th year, and I still
mm,
haven't, gotten there yet. So I know where he been through in the last 20 years because I've been trying to, do this YouTube thing since 2015. You know what I mean? And
mm.
I'll have good years, I'll have viral moments, but I ain't never had the moment yet. You see what I'm saying? Where I can be like,
Right.
adios to the job. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I look at LA Knight as a story, and I hope when he do win the heavyweight championship or WWE championship, which he should be in the next 3 years. I hope they really hone in on the journey that he had to get to this point. You know what I'm saying? And he deserved
Right.
every moment of it. And shout out to Logan Paul as well for doing the damn thing by coming into this game from being a YouTuber. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at him like, damn, like he started on YouTube. Dude started on
On
YouTube
YouTube, man.
just
Yeah.
doing crazy shit with his brother, and he's in the fucking match for the United States Championship at SummerSlam, bruh. Um,
Yeah.
Antonio, talk about it. How do you feel about LA Knight finally getting that goal?
Well, first of all, I was just like you. I
Mhm.
was really not that big of a fan on LA Knight. You know, even though that I wanted to root for him because first of all, the guy's from Hagerstown.
Yeah, he is. He is. He from
Oh,
us.
So yeah, so definitely wanted to root for a guy from the crib from the area, But I like I said, the guy's been at it for a long time. The guy in the press conference said you've been at this for like 20 years, you know, and to get your props being on this level on WWE. I remember seeing LA Knight in TNA. I remember
Mm,
seeing him, in the NWA back when he was
mm.
Eli Drake. So
Yeah, yeah.
to see him at this, spot now, coming into NXT,
Mm,
and the story is about him damn near being fired to the
mm.
point of where he's at now. He's definitely done the work, and it's really just a stepping stone for him getting this U.S. title. And
Yes,
plus, everybody and their mama wanted to see Logan Paul lose it in his
I
hometown
did. I did too.
because you've had that title for over 200 and something odd days, but you've
Mm,
only defended it twice. It's like Slim, it's time to get that belt up to
yeah.
somebody who's actually going to be on the show every week. defending that title, putting in the work, being on the mic, and having good matches against guys on SmackDown now that you can put work in with. You know, guys
Mhm,
like Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, you know,
mhm,
guys like that. So, you know, it works. And I see what he's saying about him keeping his real name. You
mhm.
know, WWE had that IP.
You know that they
Yeah,
ain't they
you know,
never would do that.
yeah, they want to have that IP with LA Knight. So, you know, he can go back. He if he goes back, you know, in the Indies or anywhere else, he probably will be Eli Drake.
Mhm.
But you
Look
know,
at that man in the background. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Mm, very
Bronx legend. Because you was fucking with LA Knight from the get go, wasn't you?
yeah, I was just worried that the stuff he was doing was going to fade out eventually.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
mm,
And I remember we had conversations about, was it too early for him to get a title shot?
Mhm.
Should they put a belt on him and stuff like that? And back then, I felt it was a little early. And if they did, they would put something like United States or Intercontinental. So finally, we're at the moment where he gets the United States Championship
Mhm.
because he has put in the work and shown that he can hang with certain people in the ring and stuff like that.
Definitely.
So beating
yeah.
Logan Paul, yeah, yeah. I'm not a Logan Paul fan. Now I'm not saying Logan Paul can't wrestle his ass off. For somebody who's
Right.
not a wrestler, he can.
Right.
He does pretty good in the ring. But I was never a huge Logan Paul fan. I'm not now. But LA Knight definitely over time. If you didn't like him, you grew to like him.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I don't think of The
Yeah.
Rock and Stone Cold anymore. I don't really I think of LA Knight now. And that's why I
Yeah.
said like he grew on me and his story. I just like his story. I just wish that he become more personable because I think right now he's still like that standoffish guy and don't really it's like a Brock Lesnar. I just come here to get paid. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he can do it. You know what I'm saying? That's probably not his personality. But I just hope like Stone Cold made his personality work for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I remember when he first came and he was a heel. Everybody, people don't know Stone Cold started out as a heel, even
The
with
ringmaster.
Yeah.
no, I'm talking about
Yeah.
even when he got into the gimmick of the Stone Cold. The thing is, he was just so damn good
Oh yeah.
everybody just started cheering his ass. And then he
I,
became,
Jake the Snake remember him being a heel.
yeah, he told that
That
motherfucker,
king of the ring,
he told
that
that
king of the
motherfucker,
ring, he was
go
damn
back
sure a heel.
there, go back there and suck on that Thunderbird. He said the
Hmm. So you
Thunderbird.
thump your Bibles, say John 3:16. You know,
Austin 316 says I just beat
yeah.
your AI. I'm
Mm.
sorry.
Told Jake to stay, get out of my ring, because you ain't got what it takes
You
anymore.
ain't got what it takes anymore.
Crap.
And
That
that was
piece of
straight
trash out my
freestyle.
ring.
That was he
Yeah.
said, "Look, I ain't know." He said he had an idea what he wanted to say, but he
Mhm.
got up there and was just like, "Fuck it." He said, I'm taking notice to all WWE superstars. I'm coming for it."
Bruh.
And your man, rest in history. I mean, the rest is in history. But at the end of the
Yeah.
day, you gotta give it to that man LA Knight, and hopefully his
Yeah.
run will be one of the best runs with and I think he should start the US title open joint where
Oh
the
yeah.
people come out.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Start the title. Yeah, US Open back again.
And
Yeah,
and speaking of the John Cena thing, there was an angle there with them
yeah.
uh, that seemed
Hmm.
like they kind of left it open. So I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of run back to that during John's run.
Hey.
I think that'll be a money maker. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because right now, shout out to TKO and Endeavor. Like I'm seeing a lot of new shit that
Mm-hmm.
just looks real fresh. Camera angles. They got the ref cam. I'm like, what?
Right.
Okay.
I
Hey,
see
yeah.
that ref cam. I was like, dog, come. They just trying. They just trying and doing everything.
Yeah, it's like hoping
Yeah.
something stick. You know what I'm saying? Because they just did it for a hot second. They're like, all right, we're gonna
Yeah.
see how people react to this shit. But
Not to
even look at
mention, not to mention, they followed Cody all the way from his bus to the fucking ring with
that's what they
his
doing
dog.
now. Like
Yes,
they
exactly.
start like I love that,
Yeah.
man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Vince, I mean, Vince was that guy. I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta give it to Vince, but
Yeah.
this shit is on a whole nother fucking stratosphere right now,
Yeah.
dog. Like,
Yeah.
and they doing it slow, and like they ain't doing it. They doing it gradually, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just shit that you're seeing, from the set to the camera angles. They stand with you going around the ring, like that panorama. Like it's just little shit that they doing, man. The announcers get to be them, like it's I don't know. I wonder
Yeah.
with Vince. Do you guys think Vince still watched the show?
Mm, I doubt it. Just for the simple fact that with the stuff that they're doing now, I could
Hmm.
see him getting hot as fish grease about it.
They
Mm.
said,
Or he could be sitting there like, you know, uh, well, I thought of doing that, but
yeah.
it's like, the shit that they're doing now, he might be sitting at home thinking he could take credit for it. Well, I brought this up, but this, that, and the third was going on, and it's like, bro,
Plus, they saying shit like
just,
professional wrestling. They saying
mm-hmm,
belts. They saying
yep.
they saying all this shit. They
Naming other promotions on
They
on
man,
screen.
they bringing other
Mm-hmm.
promotions in, and on
Yeah.
the turning it from a local medical facility. They just straight up saying the hospital. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I
Right.
don't get why he even. What's fucking wrong with saying the hospital?
Uh, who knows, man? It's some of the verbiage they would have back in the day, man. It's like you sit there and it's like,
What?
dog. Okay, medical facility is the exact same thing as a damn hospital.
Right.
That's crazy.
I mean,
Um,
the man just fell 20 feet off a scaffold. We're not taking him to urgent care. You're taking him to the fucking you taking him to the fucking hospital.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
to
Don't
the
sit here
goddamn
telling me you
hospital.
taking him anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Don't
To
sit
a
here telling me
local
you taking him to
medical
a
facility. Like
yeah.
this, like you take them to the veterinarian and something. Man, come on,
Yeah.
man. Say the goddamn
Yeah.
hospital.
Gotta
And
take
the
him
thing
to
is, you
patient
should
first.
you should
Yeah,
say like
exactly.
the big up the city, say the city's hospital, the name of the hospital and shit.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey,
If
yeah,
you in
Vince.
Cleveland and he gets hurt, you have to take him to Cleveland General Hospital, some shit
Thank
like
you.
that. It's
Thank
like,
you.
come
Right.
on, bro. We know where you know where you're taking him, or
If
where
y'all
you're
in here,
supposed to be
please.
taking him.
Please make sure that if y'all hit that like button, tap that like button. Just it don't take nothing. We ain't asking you for no donations. We ain't asking you to do anything. We ain't even asking you to watch no more videos. Just hit that like button. That pays us right there. Tap that like button. I can't even see the like buttons, but I hope it's at least past 20. Come on, y'all. Let's talk about this. What is it, Nia Jax?
Nah, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Naya and BBL Bailey.
Oh my BBL Bailey. Oh my goodness
BBL
gracious.
Bailey.
Hey,
Mm.
hey, Bailey, boy, her face ain't all that, but good muggle, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey
That
man.
jump, that, and Naya called it. She called her BBL. Like you had to
Not
acknowledge this
yeah,
ass. Yeah,
yeah,
you have to.
absolutely.
It's
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but she basically gave a alley oop when she said that when in promo. It was like, well, I've changed since this girl from NXT and all this. Like, yeah, you damn right you changed since that girl from NXT.
God.
you know?
Not
You
allowed.
know that the hugger and the ponytail ain't the pony and the hugging. The ponytail and the hugging that's gone, but something done came in its place.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
hug that ass. I mean, when she was with Damage Control, when she was with Damage Control,
Yeah.
that
Oh
joke was so
man, yeah.
funny, man.
Yeah.
But let's get to the match. Get to the match.
Mm,
You know, Shorty picked Nia big ass up, and and it wasn't no fake Joan where you have them and they help. No, she
Mm-mm.
walked
hmm
with Nia Jax. I ain't
Yeah.
never seen. She's the first person to do this.
He did.
You
Yeah, I
can't
think
fake
I think
that.
the only one I've ever seen do that was probably Bianca. I think that's probably the only other
With
person I've
Nia,
seen do
with
that.
Nia,
Yes, with Nia.
well, I can believe
hmm
it. I can
Because
believe
I know Jade ain't done it, but Bianca is probably the only one I think I've ever seen do that. I may
Bianca.
be wrong, but if it's anybody else other than Bailey, I put it on Bianca.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You say, is it me or does it look like Bailey got some work done on her face? Hmm. I think it's just her makeup. I
Yeah.
think she just wear a lot
Mm,
of makeup.
yeah.
Um, she need to get her teeth done. I know that.
Yeah. I ain't even see it. See.
Yeah, she need to get them Jones done. Look,
Hey,
it's like a lot of teeth going on. Like too much teeth.
Damn.
Like I said, I think she got an old woman face. You know what I'm saying? Like she has no lips. Um, she looked like my auntie Ann, and my auntie Ann like 80. She looks just like her.
Damn.
But that body off the chain. I mean, I'm just saying, she just got that senior citizen face.
Goddamn.
mm.
Her face look like she got a bunch of little candies on the coffee table. her her face give her face be giving you in church. She give you a quarter and go like that and say, "Wait for the."
Hey yo.
I'm really going there,
Leave
man.
Belly alone, damn it.
Come on, man.
Leave her alone.
Come on.
Y'all remember y'all grandma used to give you that one quarter and put it right there, and you just can't wait to that collection. Like, bam! I put it in there.
Come
Hey.
on, man. The woman just lost the title tonight, man.
Right.
She did lose. She did
The
Said
lose.
woman just lost the title tonight.
throw some
Hey,
salt on her.
did you see
Oh my
Nia
God.
though? She knew she was winning. She was like, "I got this shit."
Bruh.
Did that second show? It's over.
Bruh.
She knew
She
she
hit
was.
Bailey with three of them ass drops. I
Woo!
mean, a lot of them girls ain't got up from one. She hit Bailey with three of them jumps, not to
And
mention two
Shorty,
That
power bombs.
and
that
she put
finish.
her weight on. I don't know how they take them Jones.
Yeah.
They are
Bruh.
professionals, man.
She,
She
she
she doing a
not,
lot better with it when she
mm-hmm,
used to be reckless. She
Ooh,
would it'll
mm-hmm.
be straight ass to chest. But now
Yeah,
she kind of hold the ropes and kind
yeah.
of lighten the load a little bit. But
I mean, obviously the craziest one we've seen is the one with her and Lyra at the Queen of the Ring.
oh
But that's but in her defense, she slipped on that one.
mm,
So that's why that one looks so crazy. I mean, when you saw the crowd, like, oh shit,
right.
you know, it's like people thinking like legit, like Lyra is fucked up,
yeah, because she's
you know.
small as shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's all ass.
Mm-hmm.
Any
Mm-hmm.
thighs, it's
Mm-hmm.
all ass.
Yeah.
Shorty, she won that belt.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany Stratton came out, had a little diversion,
Yeah.
and my thing is about the baby faces is this, and we're gonna talk about the CM Punk shit because this was not CM Punk to me, but we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna the thing about baby faces, even with Cody, man, they always baby faces got to start being smart. They just stupid. They like the coyote and shit. It's like, yeah, you know you got a match going on. Well, stop focusing on Damian Priest. I mean, and I understand they telling the story. It's like,
Hmm.
come on, man. You know that guy is right there about to recover, and you go turn into a blind fucking turn, and they gonna fuck you up. So I just need the baby faces to stop focusing on other shit when you have something going on. Rhea Ripley, Dom, literally, you can't use the chain. What is you doing? You're not gonna win the belt. You know this. So it's like, that's the only critique I have. But I think the cash in thing brought her over there, and then it culminated to what we seen, and I think the conclusion was pretty good. What y'all think?
I thought it was.
Yeah.
Like I said, that finish was pretty damn good. Two power bombs into a annihilation.
Damn,
Um,
Yeah.
hit
yeah,
that
I don't
thing
I don't know
twice
who
too.
getting up from that.
Some
Um,
bullshit.
I for 2 seconds I thought um Tiff was going to be bold because the way she looked at her,
To be looking at her like,
yeah, I was like,
Hmm.
is
I
she
thought
going?
she was about to hit her with the motherfucking when they
Yeah, smack
celebrating and shit.
smack the makeup off her with the case. And I was like, all right, she's gonna go. But I
Yeah,
guess they're gonna give this princess queen thing, you know.
y'all know how it's gonna end. Shorty gonna
Yeah.
cash in. She gonna
Hmm.
cash
Yeah.
in one night. I don't know
Hmm.
when, but it's gonna be soon. It's gonna be soon. So
I mean,
shout out to
but we know that every woman who's won the Money in the Bank has successfully cashed in.
Definitely guys.
So with Tiffany, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, and I can see Tiffany being the champion,
Hmm.
and she grew on me too. I thought she looked like a dude at first. Still look still look a little dudeish, but
A
I can
man
understand.
face.
Yeah, it's that chin, man. She got the China
Hmm.
chin. You know what I'm saying? Remember when China before she got that surgery? Because I think
Hmm.
China was a beautiful chick after she got that surgery. But y'all remember that first rendition of China?
The cyborg.
I
Yeah.
guess Tiffany had to get them girls pumped up a little bit more so y'all could you know
Mhm.
Them Jones be looking hard as a motherfucker. Good mother, boy. Like,
kind of like how Charlotte was back in the day.
yeah, man, Charlotte Jones is all lopsided, but not
Well, let's not
like
forget
us.
she got one of them popped in a match.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
and one of them popped out in the match, and a couple of
Hmm.
I seen that. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, you
Yeah.
sit on the left and shit. He's like, oh shit,
I
but
wonder,
Yeah.
does that hurt? It's not attached to you, right?
it's like up under the yeah, it's not attached to, but if you hit that joint hard enough, and I
Yeah.
think the fluid came out. You know what I'm saying? That shit
Hmm.
can get in your bloodstream, and you can
Yeah.
die. Go to your
Yeah.
brain and shit.
That's what happened to her. She got hit, so she got hit hard enough, and I think one of them had popped and actually was about almost started leaking.
Mm.
So she had to get surgery on it. But it's like she got the surgery and came back with bigger ones.
Yeah,
It's like,
but that's probably what she had to do because they was like,
yeah.
all right, we don't do that size no more, shorty. So you gotta get both new
Yeah.
jumps.
Yeah,
She
you
got.
need an XL. We
I
only have
remember on her
XL.
little, I remember on her documentary, man. You know, she was like, "Yeah, people talk about my body all the time. It's cool. They say, yeah, you look like an iPhone. I wasn't even thinking it. I ain't never even heard it. But when she said it, I was like, I can see that. She does look like an iPhone.
6 o'clock. You know how 6 o'clock looks, right?
Look,
Straight up and down.
I mean, I don't think, yeah, I never had no
what you
type of
call it? Like
issue.
it? What's his name?
Andrade.
Andrade. He
Yeah.
like
Well, he
Yeah.
just trying. I think my man just trying to stay connected to the game. You know what I'm saying?
hey,
Come
yeah.
on, man. Come on, dog. Like what Andrade doing with Charlotte? Come
Nah,
on,
Hey
man.
man.
She looked like, dude. She looked so much like Ric Flair, yeah. Like I'm hitting, you hitting that John and I woo, like I'm just gonna be thinking of Flair, yeah.
Mm.
She looks just like that man, but
I
I
guess
digress. I
being married
digress.
to a Flair, he's helping to teach him English. So
Look, he was talking to Triple H. Triple H like, look, get with a legend's daughter or something, buddy. See what I did.
Right.
you see where I'm at.
Wow, man. Shout out to Stephanie McMahon, man. She was in the crowd
Oh,
looking
right.
good.
Yeah.
Still looking good. Still looking good.
Still looking good.
Let's
Well,
next.
we know what McMahon won't be there, and it ain't Vince.
I, hey, I'd be like, they should just say Stephanie on the jump. Like, don't even say Stephanie McMahon. Like, as soon as you hear McMahon, you think of
hmm
Vince. You just think of Vince. Um, the third match was CM Punk.
CM Punk and Priest. I
Yeah,
mean, Priest. CM
yeah.
Punk.
Punk and Drew.
Yeah.
I think it was an okay match. I didn't like CM Punk focusing on so much other than what the job needed to be. Um, I get the sentiment of the bracelet, but dog,
hmm
you dropped Drew McIntyre because you could have handled that after the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Like you had him, but you dropped him. So I guess they're telling the story of Drew always caused himself to fuck up, and now the story is on CM Punk. So,
hmm
Bronx, what you think of the match?
I think it's pretty good. CM Punk looked like the CM Punk of old, as
Yeah.
far as move sets and all that. We were talking in the Discord, and I felt the nostalgia of him
Mhm.
being in the ring again. Um,
hmm
them playing off of the bracelet gives it the personal, emotional of it because at the end of the day, you needed it to give it reason to why he was off his shit.
Okay.
If you pay attention to the promos that Drew McIntyre cut, he always end off with, trying to fuck with his head. So it was a psychological game. They played off of that.
They did.
And now the story to me is leaving off with Seth and CM Punk because CM Punk drew blood tonight.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Seth is definitely looking on some get back. And I'm
Yep.
here for it.
I'm here all for
hmm
it. It's gonna be
Absolutely.
this is definitely gonna be a 3-way
Mm.
next pay per view. It's definitely gonna be there. So, my man, Antonio, CM Punk is your guy, and we was talking earlier. You said you can understand this storyline wise. Elaborate
hmm
elaborate a little bit on that.
I can understand the storyline wise because, for one, Drew and Punk legitimately had issues.
Yeah, I seen there
Same,
was some interviews.
not as bad as him and Rollins, but there
Mm-hmm.
was issues with Drew and Punk years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously now with the way this storyline is going, I'm pretty sure there's much more of an understanding between those two because some of the stuff, especially social media wise, I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty damn sure that neither one of them, especially Drew, would have posted or said some of the stuff that he's put out unless, it's been ran by management and or Punk,
Right.
because I mean, let's not forget the last thing that really got put out was the picture with Drew and Jack Perry, which he ended
Mm-hmm.
up taking down. And it's like, dude, really? That's what
I
you're gonna put
thought
out?
I thought the next Raw, I thought he was gonna say, "Hey Punk, cry me a river." I
yeah.
thought that would have been a little too
But
much.
but if he did, you could have said, okay, yeah, you know, they had to have talked about that shit.
No, you
Yeah.
Yeah,
that shit ain't gonna be no
yeah,
Hangman Page shit.
Nah.
Cause
Oh,
yeah.
nah.
'Cause it'd be
I
like, oh,
went
well,
back and looked at that promo because I seen it in real time and I ain't know.
yeah,
I thought
yeah,
it was
me
just a
too.
promo. But I went
hmm
back and just looked at it from his point of view. You see CM
Mm-hmm.
Punk's face when he
Yeah.
said what he said, he was, nigga, we
Mm-hmm.
fuck. Oh, we going
Mm-hmm.
off. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the worst thing you could do in wrestling. The thing
Yeah.
is, man, even the Matt Hardy Edge John back in the day, they still kept it on point. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When because you gotta trust your partner out there. It's a dance. And
Yeah.
if you go off script like that to where you're not telling me you got okay, if you are gonna go off script, just tell me, look, I'm gonna say some shit about XYZ. I ain't gonna tell you what I'm gonna say. Is it okay? You know, just give
Mm-hmm.
me something because
Yeah.
CM Punk said I was lost. Like, whoa, we
Yeah.
really fucking doing this.
Yeah. You got it. You may not necessarily have to tell me exactly what you're gonna
Yeah,
say, but you got to give me a heads up. So I'm not sitting out there in the ring looking crazy.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, it's just being professional.
Professional.
Because obviously, if we're in this storyline, sooner or later, it's going to get physical to the
Mm-hmm.
point where we're going to have to be in the ring with each other working. And
Yeah.
if I don't know exactly how you feel about me, then how can I be in that ring and trust you not to fuck me up?
Thank you. Thank you.
Because I need to trust you to not fuck me up and
And I
vice
jump
versa.
over that rope.
Yeah.
I need you there to catch me, bro.
Hmm.
Like,
Exactly.
fuck
Exactly.
that.
Because at the end of the day, like I said, when it becomes physical, we don't know if some of them punches is, what I'm saying, got something,
Potatoes.
something, yeah, got something behind them. You know what I'm saying? You can say you make him brush off one and two and say, oh yeah, it's a slip, I messed up. But when you start hitting me four, five, six times right in my shit, and it's like, okay, all right, now I know where
Now,
this is coming from.
look, now
You know.
Brock Lesnar, when Braun Strowman tapped him with
Oh
that, he stole the
yeah.
shit out of
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah. But Braun said it. He was like, "Yeah, I got a little happy out there,
Yeah,
and I landed one on Brock." And Brock, you know what I'm saying? He
that
he
was
he he yeah he G'd up real quick on Braun. It's like, hey bro, hey,
man, this ain't the UFC, man.
no. He's like, hey bro,
Called giving a
I,
receipt.
exactly.
Right.
Brock looked at Braun like, hey bro, I put your big ass down now. Don't get out here too happy in this ring now.
I think he would. I think
Hmm.
Brock Lesnar knocked Braun Strowman the fuck out.
Yeah.
He
And
knocked
Braun
him.
said it himself. He's like, yeah, I kind of deserve that because I kind of got a little too happy with because I think it was a knee that he landed to
Yeah.
Brock. And then, yeah, then Brock came right back with that goddamn punch. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, my bad.
I just had a random thought of him telling Heath Ledger, "Fuck your kids." Remember that segment?
Ah, yeah.
Oh, not Heath Ledger, man.
He's talking about Heath Slater.
Heath
Yeah,
Slater,
Heath
shit.
Slater.
That was his name.
I
He was
got
making his
kids.
name over Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Joker. Best joke ever.
Yeah, man. Oh
I
yeah,
said Heath
yeah.
Ledger. Heath
I
Slater.
I think back then it's like when Brock came out there, you had to keep your finger on the
And look,
dump
he
button.
he round he drew me. He was like, you talk about your kids. I have kids.
Hmm.
Love your kids. He was like, yeah, I love my kids. Fuck your kids. I'm like, oh,
And walked up on him and said it when he did it. Had the man backed into the corner and had Heath Slater looking at him like, oh shit, this motherfucker might really hit me.
right. Oh shit.
It's
But
like,
I
okay,
I
yeah.
think I think this match, man, was pretty well crafted. I
Hmm.
thought Rollins was gonna come back, regular, but he's still wearing this shit. Um,
That's Seth, man.
Don't get that.
They made it. They really I think they kind of made an homage to the Taker Brett match with
They
Shawn as the
did.
guest referee.
They
So,
did
hmm
that because people were talking and they said they're gonna try
hmm
to do it. So I'm
yeah,
glad that they at least acknowledged it and had them stop. I was like,
hmm
okay, don't
yeah,
do it, because Cole even said it before it even happened. He was like
hmm
remnants of the late '90s or
hmm
mid '90s. I'm like, okay, are they gonna do
yeah,
it? And then they did it, and then he stopped. I was like, okay, see that's the little shit that I like, man. Like don't ignore what the obvious is. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I give it to Triple H. Triple H do he's doing a great job at these little nuances and shit.
Yeah,
So yeah,
bringing
man.
more eyes to it.
Do
Mhm.
y'all think Punk and Drew were taking it easy on Punk body wise? Cause they ain't really do no, and he didn't do that future shock. That he was about to do it. I don't think he executed it.
I honestly don't know. Just from the fact that we know Punk's been in the ring. I mean, training,
Right.
obviously,
Mhm.
before he, got, clear per se. But, you know, I think it might have been somewhat to an extent because, it's unfortunate, but it is the truth. Punk's record over the last few years, as far as matches, hadn't been the best as far as, finishing the match and staying healthy.
But what do
So,
you do with that? Like, what do you? How do they navigate that? Because if tonight was a soft night, do you always
mhm.
go soft with Punk? Because his name, obviously, because he ain't wrestled since Royal Rumble. Obviously, he can draw without even wrestling. And Bronx, you had brought up last year that he should just be that legacy person that wrestles every once in a while.
Yeah,
Mm.
because just like you seen with the him injuring the what's his tricep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to protect him at this point. Punk is getting
'Cause-
up there in age. He's had many injuries. He's a draw, so he's a valuable player. So at this
Hmm.
point, you have him on a Legends contract. If there's a story to be told, bring him in a couple promos, let him tell it, and save him for the pay per views. That's all.
Cause dog, I looked at that Future Shock Royal Rumble jump. Wasn't even hard. It was a regular
Mm.
jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his shit just fell off. You know what I'm saying? Like so
Yeah. It's just a
and
crazy way how he landed
yeah.
on that
So
on his arm.
it's look, Punk, he wants he wants to headline WrestleMania. I'm talking about actually be the headline. And if you can't last fucking a month without getting injured, they need not to have him fight on no fucking regular ass SmackDown or Raws or every once in a while, because he's very prone to injury,
Mm.
and they spending a lot of money on him. I will hope somebody's out there talking to him or in the back like, look, man, spend a lot of money on you, Punk. Let's just utilize you like Bronx Legend said. Like, and Punk even said, look, he was in an interview with Michael Cole. He said, Mike, he was like, how's your arm? He was like, oh, my arm is 100%, but I can't say that about the rest of my body. So it's like he's not even confident in this shit. So he knows that his bones are getting more brittle. He's been doing this shit all his life basically, and his shit. Just talk to fucking Mick Foley. I bet that man wakes up every goddamn day and take about an hour to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Talk to Undertaker. You know,
Mm.
this man walks with the. This man said I had to run to the ring at WrestleMania. He said, "Man, I ain't never did no shit like that in my life."
Well, I know he
So
was done for
Mm.
the year after that.
I mean, these dudes, man, they in their 50s and 40s and shit. Look, I'm 40, and a lot of shit be cracking when I get the fuck out the bed, man. So it's like shit.
Mm.
Punk. I just hope Punk can just chill out. If you got to do a soft style, do it. Remember, Stone Cold used to be a powerhouse. He got set on his neck, and now he's just a brawler. You know what I mean? So he needs to find the style that best fit his body type right now.
Well, we've got to see what's going to happen first of all with him and Seth,
Yeah, and
because
Seth be
because
injuring motherfuckers too. You know
But
what
this is
I'm
this is this is the story. This is the storyline that we wanted for
That we
years.
saying?
know. Yeah.
We do. We do.
So,
Uh-huh.
because let's
Um,
not forget, if Punk hadn't have gotten hurt at the Rumble, this was going to be night one. This was going to be a main event of night one. So,
Uh-huh.
he needed not to do no buckle bombs.
oh no.
Just
That's
don't do no.
how Sting got fucked up.
Yeah, Sting, he
Mm-hmm.
brands like, fuck, I'm done. Like shit.
Mm.
That was the last match before the last match, right?
No,
Well,
Gunther and
How the fuck did I
yeah,
forget
Gunther
about
and
Gunther?
Damien.
All right, all right. We gonna talk about this match, man.
mm, mm,
I loved it. First of all,
hmm
Gunther, the blood just made it more fucking. That was on some Trump shit. That Trump picture with the blood, man. You can't get
Oh
better.
God.
You can't get better than that Trump picture. That shit, that blood. I mean, and they had the
Mm.
flag in the background and the secret service. Man, come on.
yeah.
So
Mm.
Gunther is our. Hey, I have not. That man's career has just been so un, unflawed. Like, dude has been smooth sailing through this like jelly. And then they told another story of Finn Balor and
Finally.
that face when he turns around was
Yeah.
priceless.
hmm
And then had him, and then that he looking at him, and my man's just like, motherfucker,
Mm-hmm.
talk about it, talk about it,
Let,
talk.
let me say this though. This is a continuation of from last year.
Yep, yep.
Mm,
Because let's not forget, Finn still has some animosity towards Damien when he feels that Damien cost him the world heavyweight title when he was fighting Seth Rollins.
Yep.
When Damien was still, send your money in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Yep.
And that was, they kind of was, building that up a little bit with the tension between Finn and Damien back then.
Yep.
It just so happened that Rhea was always the cooler head jumping into it between
Mm-hmm.
those two. So to see it kind of calm down after that, for a while, and then to come back up now on top of with Liv, taking Dom and then Rhea losing,
mm,
it fits. I mean, this match definitely worked well because you had two big dudes that could absolutely get physical with each other,
Mm-hmm.
had a disdain and, a dislike for each other. And, it wasn't just over the world heavyweight championship. I mean, Gunther showed up to Priest's uh documentary premiere and called this man street trash. You know what I'm saying?
And
I
he
got my
showed us.
documentary. You know what I'm saying? You just showed my documentary, my family in the audience. And then you going to show up and say, yeah, you still street trash, your family street trash. And I was like,
mm,
okay, this is personal. All right, just wait till Saturday, son. We going to handle this in the ring. So it worked. It worked perfectly. Two dudes that can dish out punishment and can take it equally works perfect.
And shout out to Priest for like that comeback after
hmm
like that. That I was like, because I thought it was over. I thought the ref was about to do. He was just like, he
mm,
tried, but again,
He
he
saw Finn's face that charged him up.
yeah.
looked right back at Finn, and I was
hmm
like, yeah, Gunther about to get it. And
But
y'all see Gunther's wife?
but this goes back to what you were saying. Oh yeah. But she used to be in NXT UK with him.
Oh yeah. See,
Yeah,
I didn't know Gunther until I didn't
yeah,
really know him until he
yeah.
won the belt, the
She used to be in
Intercontinental.
NXT UK with him.
And
Back in the day.
oh
But this
yeah,
goes back to what you were saying earlier, though, Dutch. Smart babyface.
Mm,
How did Priest find out that Gunther, quote unquote, kicked out or got his leg up on the rope when he hit him with the finishing move?
he
He
looked
looked
at
at the
that.
goddamn Tron.
Yeah, he looked at that.
mm-hmm.
So most baby faces would have been sitting there like, "Well, what happened? What happened? Well, how did he do it? What? I can't believe he put his foot on the rope. What happened?" turn your big ass around. Look at that big ass Tron
You
Mhm.
that
know they
everybody in the
replaying
stadium can
this.
see. Exactly. They replaying it. So then you can perfectly and clearly see that your man's put his leg on the fucking rope.
That's a good
So
point.
now, yeah, it was easy to tell. Now, obviously, Finn was we kind of figured Finn was gonna pop up out there.
Yeah.
He alluding to it, I know, big man. You said you didn't need my help, but if you
Mhm.
need me, I'll be there for you. It's like, okay, all right, yeah, you're gonna be there for him, all right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Your whole Judgment Day is imploded tonight. You know
Man,
what I'm
I don't
saying?
know. I don't
Man.
know.
So, like Tupac said, pour out a little liquor for the Judgment Day, because
Well, look,
it's rest in peace to the Judgment Day. They pretty much done tonight, B.
Bronx
It's a
Legend.
wrap.
What you think of this match?
This should have been the match if Gunther was going to lose the IC title. This is how that match should have looked.
Oh, oh,
Mm.
Not that Sami Zayn shit.
that's Sami Zayn.
This was much, much more believable. If Gunther was going to lose tonight, I would believe this over
Yes,
the IC title thing.
yes,
Mm.
yeah.
This is how it should have happened. That this is who should have been his
A
opponent. But
fucking haluva kick,
I
a
don't even. Yeah,
goddamn haluva kick.
Kaluva
Your man done got
three.
um young. Chad Gable put that man to work. Champa put that man to work.
Hmm.
Big Bronson Reed put that man to work.
Right,
And he gets beat with a haluva kick.
three.
Three
And
haluva
and
kicks.
and a brain buster on the top rope.
Oh, and the brain buster.
I'm just saying he had to pull out all the stops.
But still, that's Gunther.
Yeah,
Like, get the fuck out of here.
but you
I,
knew, but you
I,
knew they was going to get the title off of him so he could go for this.
they should have did
Yeah,
it with they should have did it with Chad. Chad had the best story to get. Sammy and Gunther didn't even have nothing personal.
Hmm.
Yeah, Chad had his daughter cry. They still ain't paid that off.
right.
Like,
Why won't they pull
Well,
the trigger on Chad? I don't get it. Did he do something to
I,
somebody?
I honestly, I'm glad he lost it
man,
because no, because him losing it turned him into what he is now.
that is true.
Because
He
the
broke
only
it.
thing I'm the only thing that I'm messed up about is they didn't pull the trigger on Chad and Otis before they started going into this White Six thing. You should have had Chad and Otis already go at it.
Yeah.
Now
I
you got
think
now it's concentrating to this White Six thing.
that's that Triple H double storyline booking.
Mhm.
And sometimes it worked. I do want Chad to focus on the YS6, being that he has the Creed brothers with him now.
Mhm.
Which is a
And
really good crew. Yeah.
yeah,
Team Angle 2.0.
Right.
and we finally gonna see them in action next Monday, which I'm excited to see.
Hmm.
Um, and
But
I did want to get y'all take because we ain't been up here on a couple of weeks. Um, how y'all think they doing with the YS6?
I think they're doing good. Um, I didn't think that they were going to let Bo Dallas speak as soon as they did.
How do you feel about that though?
I don't feel bad. I
Mhm.
like. So remember, I told you with Bo Dallas, I'd always seen that side when he was doing the Bo leave thing.
Mhm.
It was that little part where he would just
That's
kind of
cynical.
stare, and if you pissed him off enough, his face will kind of go blink a little. When
Okay.
he started talking, and he do that kind of that rocking back and forth and a little bit, and if you listen and kind of close your eyes, you can kind of hear Bray in his voice a little.
Yes. I
mhm.
definitely see Braid in
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
now, like with the beard
Hmm.
and that's why I said. I mean, I like the YS6 and the character. I just hope they don't fall too, because he's doing Sister Abigail.
Mm,
He's, I mean, I hope they don't fall too much into Bray Wyatt, because Bray Wyatt is Bray Wyatt, and
Hmm.
if he can make the mistake of doing, like, okay, when Kane showed up, yes, Kane was the opposite of Undertaker, but, well, the same as Undertaker, and he used his moves. But Kane had his own story. You see what I'm
mm,
saying? Kane
Right.
had his own aura. That's why when he veered away from Undertaker, he can then take the mask off. He can then do this, do that, all the way up to corporate Kane.
mm.
See, I hope that they can understand that, okay, and I think that's why they brought him out and showed his face, and to do it like that. I like it. I still think that they're working it out, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I still think that they're working it
Yeah.
out, and they don't have an exact. But just like the Judgment Day. Judgment Day ain't have no fucking, like, Edge came up with this shit out the blue.
Yeah.
And what it is today is not what it was um in the beginning.
Yeah.
The Wyatt family. The Wyatt family turned from um down south country backwoods characters to some supernatural shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
we just got to see it play out. Antonio, what you think about the Y6 and everything?
I'm basically in agreement with you two. I'm cool. I'm cool with how it's been going so far. I mean, obviously, it's for one, it's something that they didn't want to rush. You
Mm-hmm.
know, obviously, really trying to, flush the story out as far as to what Bo Dallas slash Uncle Howdy was going to be, and
Mm-hmm.
then to introduce other members. You know, first one obviously was glad to hear with Eric Rowan coming back because that's OG with it, and then seeing what the other people coming in it were going to be. I've been cool with it so far. I mean, obviously, it definitely helped out last week once you know unmask
Mm-hmm.
the other three, as well as had some in ring stuff going on with them.
Right.
So it's progressing. I mean, I would have loved to have seen them coming this Monday, seeing that Raw is going to be in Baltimore on Monday, um,
Mm.
and they're going to have their first match against Gable and the Creeds. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm uh I'm hopeful. I'm definitely hopeful. Obviously, at the end of the day, we all know that this is basically, in a sense, paying tribute to Bray and what
Mm-hmm.
he, did and was, going to do. So I'm definitely, I'm optimistic on it. Like I said, I know obviously with Bo and Rowan being so closely tied to it, you
Mm-hmm.
know, uh, I know that they're going to definitely, uh, do right by the story. Now, as to what it's going to be after this program with Chad and the Creeds, I don't know.
Right.
Are we going to, like I said, are they going to be like a novelty act where you're going to only see them every so often?
Mm-hmm.
They can't be seen or, be interacting with other talent every week. That's
Mm.
not the type of group that they are.
And
You need to have
please,
them pop up every so often when
and
something's
have it,
going on.
and let it be for a specific reason. Like, this is a
Hmm.
specific.
Yeah.
They look. th- You know, the one character that really blew me about WWE,
Pause.
like, it was um Brodus Clay.
Somebody call my mama, dude.
I They
Mm,
size
mm,
this
mm,
dude to be a monster, right?
Mm-hmm.
hmm.
And he debuted as a monster. Basically, he was Bronson Reed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, and then what the fuck they did with that man?
I mean,
And even
hey, hey,
Tin
hey,
Sound, dog. They put Tin Sound in the goddamn dress.
hey,
Where,
hey, at least we got the Funkadactyls out of the
yes, we did.
first
Right,
We
place
did.
thing.
right.
That's the best thing
So
that came out of that. That's
basically,
when Naomi
basically.
had a
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous. I mean, if you think it is
Mm-hmm.
now, that jump was ridiculous.
Horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that- they did that, and CM Punk talks about that. Talks about dude, and he even Brodus Clay even talks about it. He's like, yeah, they gave me the because I guess WWE pay you so much money, and you are under contract. So anything they give you, you got to do the best with it.
Yeah.
He did do the best with it. I wish he would have just came in as that character. The character wasn't bad. It was just from that to that, it just fucked me up. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I just hope and pray that they do not do no funny segments with the Y6. Like have them in the
No.
background, motherfuckers walking past them and they like, what's up, man? Like I don't want none of that. Nah, keep
Mm,
them mysterious, keep them limited, and let them do their thing. You know what I'm saying? They
yeah.
don't need no belts. I don't know why they put the universal belt on the Fiend. What the fuck the Fiend was gonna do with the fucking universal belt? Like, and then he got
Merch.
crushed by fucking Goldberg. I'm sorry, brother. I know that's your man, but
So,
he squashed him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what Goldberg does.
Yeah. I mean that's one of the few matches
He said that.
I can say that's one of the few matches I can say probably in the last 10 years I've legitimately watched and at the end just said, what the fuck is this bullshit here?
How you go from like dude at Hell in a Cell with Seth Rollins?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first ever in history they called the Hell in a Cell off. Like
Yeah.
they ended the match. This is hell. We had Mick Foley
The
fall
most
from the
brutal match. The most brutal match in WWE and you stop it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Goldberg is that guy,
Yeah.
but I'm sorry, like this supposed to have been the Fiend. He got burned alive and then came back, bro. Like, come
Yeah.
on, man. Like,
I mean, that match and the 8 second match.
oh, is you talking about
You know what I'm talking about.
the Cody the Kofi jump,
You know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm.
Kofi and Brock,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but yeah, they did this study. They was like, do you know Brock Lesnar beat every black man for the fucking
Mm-hmm.
belt? That's
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
That's why I don't even acknowledge it by name. I just say the 8 second match.
That's no, the Joan that's fucked up, and we spoke on this before. Triple H, Booker T back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
that
That
was
too.
because I would accept like
Mm-hmm.
I was out of wrestling at that point in time, but I went back and seen the story. The thing
Mm-hmm.
is, I would accept you insinuating that he a nigga and all of this and all of that, right? Like I'm cool with all that's this wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to give me a payoff. You
Yeah.
have to give me a payoff. And then he took all long to pin my man. Like he made my that fucked Booker T up, man. Booker T could have been one of the which he is. He is. I don't take nothing away from Booker, but he could have been bigger than with Buckeye. He could have been that guy after that. And Triple H fucked that man over.
They weren't giving that to him.
Nah.
Then don't do all of that other shit because that just make it seem racist, just flat out racist. That like no payoff. Like damn, that's crazy. No payoff at WrestleMania. You've been calling him the N word for in other words, and yeah, you people like you used to shine my shoes. I'm like, what? Hold on, Frank. Then they write the N word on the wall in the back, like all of that.
Yeah.
Like, damn,
I mean,
dog.
shit. Let's not forget when Vince walking up to John C and telling
Right,
him, "What's up, my nigga?"
my nigga. Like,
Right,
bruh.
and then
With a do-rag on.
Walk right by Booker T and Sharmell after.
And they
And
and they got
it's
mad
like,
at Booker T because he accidentally called Hulk Hogan.
oh,
Right.
Hey, and he knew he fucked up immediately. Like he was just like, fuck,
hey,
damn.
the the only one that didn't do anything in that whole promo was Stevie Ray.
Yeah,
The whole time, Stevie Ray is just,
the white girl was that Medusa. She was even looking.
yeah, Sherry.
Yeah, she.
Sherry looked at Booker like, it's all right.
It's out there now.
Oh shit,
Because
it's okay, Booker.
Booker
It's
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn,
hmm
they gonna fire my
I
ass.
think even Mean Gene was like, "What the hell did you just say?"
Hulk Hogan, I'm coming to for you.
The old time Stevie Ray.
Because they don't know Booker T is he a gangster. Booker T,
Mhm.
hmm Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
he a straight up street dude, man.
hmm
That's why when Corey Graves would come
Oh
hard
man,
at fucking Booker, yeah, I'm surprised Booker. He always kept his professionalism though, because Corey used
on
to just
camera,
yeah,
on
he
camera. I'm
argue
pretty
on
sure they
camera.
had some talks in the back,
Look,
like, "Hey,
look,
check this
dog.
out, bro." hmm
What Corey do?
Man, they used to be on commentary.
mm.
And the color commentary always be, joking around and shit. But
Keyword color.
uh,
Mm.
boom. But he used to just
hmm
talk to Booker like he was a piece of shit. Like he
mm
genuinely didn't like that man. And you can
Yeah.
tell, like, he'll say like Booker is just stupid. Like he'll say this shit. Booker be, all right, man, let's get to the next match. Yeah, Booker go fuck this dude up.
It's like, you would hear some of that, and I'd be like, I know good and damn well Booker probably had to say something to Corey behind backstage. It was like, he had to. It was even to the point, man, where that shit like followed him on social media, and it
Yeah.
was like, hey, man, we're gonna have a talk.
Right, bro.
Because if I pop back on WWE TV and I see you still talking shit, it's gonna be a problem.
It's
It's
gonna
like,
fuck you up, dog.
yeah. Your boy be like, well, Corey, you and Booker, I can't believe I see you and Booker, sitting together once again. He's like, well, yeah, we had a talk, and we
Straighten
smoothed
his
some
ass
things
out.
out. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. Booker go fuck your wife. No.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that shit used to be hilarious, but it sometimes it was a little cringe too, because it'd be like, is this man like insinuating something without saying something? Because I like Corey. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
do.
Corey do his job, but it's like, hey, bro,
You going a
you
little
really
too
kind of
hard.
feeding into this shit now. you know,
Like Booker would say something about the match, and he'd be like,
hmm
"All right, Booker, no one wants to hear
yeah. And you know how when somebody say something to Booker give him that look like just like,
you." Yeah, he'd be.
uh, yeah. All right, okay now, yeah. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah.
Bitch ass referee,
It's like,
oh nigga.
yeah.
Sound like
It's
Denzel Washington out this
like,
joint.
it's like, hey, you want to talk about it? You want to talk about something? You really got something to say to me? You know?
Hey, yeah, we
Yeah.
we we just went off, but at the end of the day, Gunther is our champion, and it
hmm
looks good on him. I'm Bronx Legend. You spoke on new storylines. Speak
Mm.
on that. Speak on that now. Just the overall how, because a lot of belts changed hands tonight.
Yeah.
I ain't see
Four
that. We
out
ain't
of
see that.
four out of six.
We ain't see that in a long time.
Yeah.
Where you
Uh,
think? Where you
Yeah.
think this is going?
well, with the Rhea and Liv, obviously that's far, far from over.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Absolutely.
I don't even think a match is going to solve what happened here tonight.
Ooh.
Mm.
Dominic, this motherfucker had a target on his. I don't even think he can walk the halls of Raw safely anymore.
Yeah.
My God, that man is high, boy.
Cause
Yeah,
Rio fight man.
yeah.
Rio
See,
fight man.
Yeah.
look, and
And that
Dom,
kiss, the kiss just
yeah,
it
Hmm.
was a little tongue in there too. They snuck a little tongue.
Hmm.
Both of them snuck a little tongue in there.
yeah,
It's funny that Liv is the only single one out of the three.
right.
Exactly.
Mm. And yeah, the next couple of months is gonna be real hard for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and then if you talk about uh Damien and Finn, that's a long one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Long one. I don't think that's gonna be settled with just one match either.
Oh,
Yeah.
Um, and you already know the bloodline and Cody. That just is Cody only as good as his villain? Is
hmm.
that what it is?
Hmm. I think the bloodline is Cody's Joker to his Batman.
Okay.
Mm.
Um they
Good description.
yeah, they it's just certain two, like you have Randy Orton and John Cena. Um these two entities come together, they make magic. But Cody has a stab, like the story was his father. Um Him leaving the WWE was gold, was stardust.
Hmm.
Um he has the thing with the bloodline. He has something with The Rock. He has something with Roman.
Hmm.
Cody has not been Cody yet though. Like everything good happening to him, something or somebody has to be attached to him.
Hmm.
You seen a man walk out tonight by himself in Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the table, bruh. Like he is it. He don't need the bloodline. He don't need the Rock. The man walked out tonight by he don't need Heyman.
Hmm.
He walked out by himself as Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And that's because he took so many years developing this character. They did not let him become tribal chief Roman Reigns. He's always been tribal chief Roman Reigns. And the
Yeah.
thing is, he always just wanted to show himself. So what Cody has to do is show himself. He needs to get to a point where it's not about a story. It's not about him fighting the bloodline. It's not about him even having a belt. It's about him being who he is and we loving him for him. That's when we're going to start seeing, because look, Roman Reigns can get in a feud with Tozawa. Guess what? That's going to be a bomb ass feud because Roman Reigns is involved. Roman Reigns is involved. So it's the other way around with Cody. The person has to be the it person for Cody to play off of. If it's somebody else, it's like, okay, we know he's gonna win. You know, like we just know he's gonna win. He's gonna kick out a million fucking finishers. And he gonna do three crossroads and it's over.
Yeah.
So yeah. The thing is, we got a lot to work with in the coming months. We talked about the Netflix. Netflix is coming. And hopefully
Oh,
go
don't
ahead.
forget, don't forget SmackDown's going to USA next month.
SmackDown going to USA.
Yeah.
Um,
NXT is going and NXT is going to CW in October.
CW.
So this will be
Mm.
the
Yeah,
first time where you have all three brands on the same channel
damn.
for at least I think a couple of weeks. So yeah.
So at the end of the day, man, I appreciate SummerSlam tonight. I think they're gonna do two
Hmm.
nights starting next year. And I think they will be able to pull it off. And they probably did all of these titles so, they can show people that we can put on a good show at SummerSlam.
Mm.
Um, Hope they do something with Survivor Series this year. Switch it up a little bit. I'm glad that both King and Queen of the Ring won their belts. What you saying no on?
They already announced SummerSlam War Games is in Vancouver, the end of November.
Okay, okay.
So it's going to be another War Games match.
I actually
But
like
this,
I like it like that though. I
yeah,
like
me
the war
too.
games.
Okay.
I like the war
But
games
you
because
but you definitely need to have the right participants in it.
it has to be the right story, and
Yeah.
we know what story they going with. They
Yeah.
going with
Well, well, the
the
first one, the first one was the Bloodline, and then last year was Judgment Day. So what do you do this year?
because okay, because the
Because you
first
remember
the
they
show
brought
was
War Games in from NXT to the main roster.
yeah.
Mm.
So it was the bloodline versus um
It was Bloodline versus
Drew.
uh
Yeah,
Drew, Brawling Brutes, and Kevin Owens.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
So we never had we had a civil war, but that civil war was at what, SummerSlam?
for
The bloodline civil war part one.
uh
You talking about when
when it was the
Randy
Usos,
all of them came back?
The Uso, Jimmy, because
it was the Usos versus Solo and Roman.
yeah,
That's what you're talking about.
that was SummerSlam, right? We didn't have it in War Games yet.
No, no.
So part two or Solo versus Roman's group will be at War Games.
Well, SummerSlam last year was Roman and Brock. That's the one where he had to lifted the ring and all that shit. Yeah, that was SummerSlam last year.
So okay, yeah, yeah, that
So
was
Hmm
last War Games was the Judgment Day,
Just yeah,
and
last War Games was
Randy and
Judgment Day.
yeah,
Punk came
yeah,
back, right?
yeah, yeah.
Hmm Yeah,
But we never had a civil war at War Games.
right.
And I think that's gonna be the joint because they gonna build that shit for the next couple of months.
But do you
Um,
do it? But because I'm thinking, obviously, with them bringing the Bad Blood pay per view back in October, I'm thinking they may have
that
that centered around the Bloodline
but that
stuff.
pro you know that prob what's the next pay-per-view right
Then
in September?
I
Maryland.
don't think there's one.
Okay.
What's in Berlin? What's that?
That's the end of this month.
Oh,
Okay.
That's
And
going to be the last. Yeah, the
that's why they
last.
made sure they put that
Yeah,
belt on Gunther.
Gunther.
yeah. That's
Okay.
going to be the last pay per view in
All right.
August.
Blood the bad blood will be Solo versus Roman.
Yeah. So
And
that's the first
then
weekend in October.
yep.
Mm.
And then they probably run it back in November for whatever pay-per-view that is. Because it
That's
might be
Well, you
right.
got Crown Jewel. You got Crown
okay,
Jewel
Crown Jewel.
early the first of November, and then you got Survivor Series at the end of November.
All right, so that's how
Mhm.
they gonna do it. They
Hmm
gonna they gonna do Bad Blood, Solo versus Roman, and then they gonna go over to Saudi Arabia. They could run it back. It could be some fuckery. Um,
It will be.
it
Oh
will.
yeah, absolutely.
It will.
Yeah.
And then the next jump, well, they probably had, yeah, probably be some fuckery the first match. Second match, probably some fuckery on that's probably when Roman is recruiting his people. And then that's gonna set up the war games, I believe.
hmm
So
Yeah.
we got a lot going on, people. Hopefully you guys tune in to Inside the Storyline podcast. We gave y'all almost 2 hours tonight. It was a great show. Too bad Zoe couldn't make it through tonight. He probably be up here next time we up here. But again, man, we are here. Hope you guys hit that like button. Share the video as much as you can. Tribal Chief is back. Full belts switched. We got some more feuds to keep an eye on, and we just here, man. Shout out to my man Antonio for always coming up here after these PLEs.
Yeah, we
Um, my man Bronx Legend go bring us out in this outro that he loves to do, also beautifully. Do your thing.
don't forget to follow us on TikTok, Inside the Storyline, Twitter, Storyline Inside, Instagram, Inside Storyline podcast. Don't forget to click the like button, comment, tell a friend and tell a friend, but most importantly, don't forget to ring that motherfucking bell.
And always stay inside the storyline. That's where you can get all of the magic at, baby. That's all we got. We will catch you guys down the road, and y'all be safe out there. And always suspend your disbelief if you do anything else. That's all we got. Peace. Y'all be safe. We out. Wakanda
Peace.
forever.